Silvestre E. Brother is a horse that you're going to ride on Wednesday night. Now, I know you haven't ridden him in a race, but his trial recently looked very impressive around Happy Valley.
Yeah, it was, special. He's a horse who got plenty of speed, and he done a nice trial, and no, we're very happy with him. He done a couple of nice works in between as well. So, no, we're pleased the way things going for him,
This will be his first run at Happy Valley, Silvestre. I mean, Manfred Mann, you and he have teamed up quite well. Has he always been of the opinion that coming to this track could suit this horse?
Yes, and well, he asked me to ride it, and he said, I'm going to put a horse for the trial for you and see if he handled the track. So, but he's a very easy horse, He got his speed, and I think he has a bit of issue in the past with the gates, Sometimes he can pin the gates, and sometimes he doesn't. So, but I should say, hope this time things can go his way,
He's got a decent draw in 5, lightweight as well. Some key, crucial sort of points, I suppose, when coming to Happy Valley.
Absolutely, it's a very front-running track, and beneficial. The horse has got a bit of speed, and if we be able to travel in the first half dozen, and I think we'll be okay.
Just on the week that's been, Silvestre, obviously it's been a busy week for everybody. I want to ask you about Money Catcher. He ran a super race, didn't he, in the Cup?
Yeah, he has. He's a horse I always like him, and I was very lucky to get on him and lay this spurs, and he delivered that day. But he's a horse, like, he's been improving. But when you look at his form from last year, he was always with the top horses.
And also, I mean, we didn't have too much time to speak to you on Wednesday night, obviously a week ago on from this meeting, but you shared that IJC with Tom Marquand. That was obviously something nice to tick off the list, I suppose. Did you know going into that race that you had a possible chance of at least tying it?
No, definitely not. I thought my chances was gone already, and I just went with the head down and just went out to ride a winner, but I never even thought, I would have a chance to win. Even if I ride a win or not, But no, it was a surprise, and I just was delighted, and I was even more pleased because, I teamed up with Frank as well.
Silvestre, the feature race on Wednesday night is the Hong Kong Golf Club Centenary Cup. You're going to ride CHIC, who really did improve from first to second start last time here at Happy Valley.
Yes, and he done really well last time, and it wasn't the ideal to lead, but he took me there, and no, he delivered nice, and the trip at Happy Valley suits him very well, the way the race panned out for him.
You're drawn in gate number 1 this time around. I guess similar sort of tactics to go forward?
I believe so, and for someone come and take a lead, they have to be really quick and bold, pleased to do that. You just have to see how he bounced out the gate, and to me, he's a horse, and I think he's going to improve, and if he does that, he'll go there with a decent chance,
With the trainer Fort being the improvement, I mean, 8 pounds extra. The handicapper hasn't missed him.
No, hasn't. No, I wish they could be a bit more kind on him. But, obviously, he won quite nicely, and, consider he run really well at Teetan and going to Happy Valley and win. And so he's a Peloton, So I hope if he builds his improvement from that run, he should be competitive.
He obviously is a horse, you say, that likes to. I'm just having obviously a look at the race. Obviously, Hero Star is in there. I mean, we know he's quick away. Would you be happy to let up the lead if necessary?
Yes, I will be quite happy to share with the leaders, and as long as it go my terms, and it's like that way as we step in open trip and we improve, and he done really well last time. So, but it's a strong race, and it's not easy race to win,
Yeah.
The good thing on my side is the draw.
Yeah. Gold Baby's come out of the race. He was 4th. He was impressive last week at the IJC, so certainly the form's all there.
Absolutely, yeah. No, when you're going through the book, like, it looks like it was a strong race.
Yeah. Douglas Harmony Fire is one of your runners on Wednesday night at Happy Valley. I'd like to ask you about his recent trial because he was very impressive.
Yeah, he was. He was one of the horses that was due to run when the meeting got cancelled, and he had a break, and he's come back from that break in really good fashion, and the way he trialled, he seems to be feeling good.
He's got a very good second up record. Was his first run just for him a case of sort of blowing the cobwebs away?
It was. He was overweight. He hadn't raced for a long time, and he had a wide gate, and he had to be made use of. But he's had another trial since then, and he seems to have come on.
Perhaps not so much crucially for him, but I guess a help always is that the handicap has given him a bit of relief. Has he got to a mark now where you think he can get competitive again?
I think so. He's on a mark on a winnable mark, put it that way. He hasn't got the best of gaits again, so he's going to have to offset that. But the horse himself is really healthy and he's working well.
He does love it around here as well, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Just touching on some of your runners in the week that's been, obviously it was a big week, a huge week. I want to ask you about Dragon's Luck. I mean, he was very impressive, Douglas, for a second time.
Yes, he's certainly shown us that at home, and if anything, he had improved from his first run. Well, he had to do that in Class 3, but you know, not a lot of horses come out of Class 4 and winning Class 3 on a big day like that. So he's a lovely horse going forward.
Yeah, he looks a very exciting horse. And just on your runners, obviously out of the big races, Russian Emperor certainly acquitted himself well in the Cup.
He did. Probably went slower than everybody anticipated, and they made a bit of a dash of it. But he stayed on well, and he looks to have bounced back.
Karis Teetan, Gallant Crown, is a horse that you know extremely well. We haven't seen him for a little while, Karis, but he has had a trial.
Yeah, Nick, he's, of course, the last time I won on him was at Charlton, and he's been off for a while. But I believe he's a horse that wants to have a bit of time off and come to races a bit fresh. And he's been doing everything right in the trial, so I think he's ready to go to races.
How good did he feel in that trial, Karis? I mean, visually it looked very impressive.
Yeah, he's trialing really nicely. Of course, he hasn't raced for a while, so he's feeling good about himself. So I think it's all about him getting a right run tomorrow, and hope he run well.
You mentioned the fresh factor. He won on season opener meeting. You rode a double on that occasion, but he absolutely loves it round here over course and distance.
Yeah, the good thing about him, we can run in both track, you know. But I think he preferred the valley a bit more. So like I said, if he gets a right run tomorrow, the horse is doing well, so it would be nice to get him on board.
He's up a further £9. I guess that's perhaps enough to stop some horses, but what's your take on him going up that extra weight?
Yeah, of course, you know, from now things get tough when they start carrying a bit more weight. But like I said, he's a horse that's feeling good. He's doing everything well at home, and he likes the valley. And like I said, if the race run to suits him, I think he can be competitive again with that weight.
And great for you, obviously, to be back in action. Obviously, it's been very much a stop-start season for you, but I guess trying to build that momentum once again.
Yeah, it's very hard because, you know, to stop riding after three meeting in Hong Kong, you lose everything, like all your ride and everything sort of goes down. And it's good to be back, and of course it's gonna take time for me to build up again. But you know, I'm here. I've done it before, so I'm prepared to work hard and get quality ride again.
Karis, it would be remiss of me not to ask you a certain question after the weekend. Of course, bittersweet, I'm sure, but Romantic Warrior, what was your take on him? He was so impressive.
Yeah, oh God, I think he impressed a lot of people. We know he was very good, but we didn't know he was that good. He smashed them. So I think you know, last season I kept saying after each and every race he got better. After the trial race, I galloped him. I spoke to Danny. I said, this horse is full of confidence. I told James about it, and he was like, "Wow, are you sure?" So he's what's good about him. He keeps getting better after every race, and that's scary because you don't know how far he can go now. So you know, he's gonna be an interesting horse in future. He's already an interesting horse, so I'm just glad I can get back on him.
I did notice as well on social media, you went round to see your mate. I imagine he was pleased to see you.
Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, Nick, I wasn't taking off him. I wasn't, you know, there was nothing bad like that. I had some issue. Then, of course, they needed to book someone to ride the horse. So then he kept his word. He said I can get back on a horse. So, you know, I was always gonna go see him. He's done so well for me last season. So it was just nice to sort of go and give him a carrot.
Vincent Ho, a jumbo legend, as you're riding the final race on Wednesday night. Tries this grade for the second time, but was good last time when carrying a lightweight.
Yeah, you know, he's a bit slow out and need to, you know, keep pushing to keep his momentum going. So and it takes time to wind up last time, but hopefully this time with a blinker it helps a bit.
Yeah, what's your take on the blinkers with him, Vincent? Obviously, Casper's wasted little time in reaching for the headgear. Do you think it was something that maybe he was just requiring to help him along a bit?
Yeah, well, I hope it helps. You know, he's a bit toey, but I think he needs that if we keep on running 12. But you know, in the future it might be 1650. But you know, at the moment it's still give him one more for 12 and with a blinker and see what's happening.
Do you think he can get 1650 this horse?
I think so. I think so. From what I felt last time, it seems like he needs the trip now. You know, you get from the gate, you get slower and slower each start. So yeah, let's see how the blinkers helps.
There looks to be a slight sort of lack of pace in the race. In your mind, going into this final race on Wednesday night, do you see that as a bit of a hindrance for him, perhaps, or are those blinkers on just to sort of sharpen him up and perhaps get him that bit closer?
Yeah, it will be good to be a bit closer, especially with the gate. You know, don't have to be too far back, and need to go through a lot of horses. So yeah, we try to posse up a little bit. Hopefully the blinker helps, but surely not overdoing it.
Yeah, he does look like a nice ride for you. I must ask you, Vincent, obviously after the weekend, Golden 60, superb in defeat. I mean, it's a desperate shame he did get beaten, but I guess beaten by a very good one. What was your take on the performance? I guess you can't be nothing but pleased with the horse always.
Yeah, you know, very pleased with the performance. You know, got beat by a neck, just that little bit. You know, he did amazing. So he pulled up very well. Let's see how he recover and come back. We still got 1.5 months away until end of January for the next race. So, you know, he should be able to recover well and you know, let's see how his form is. But no doubt he definitely can be winning. Yeah, of course, 2 horses from Mr. Cruz is tough sometimes, but yeah, it ran well.
I imagine you'll be looking forward to taking him on again because let's not forget
Yeah, of course.
you have got the upper hand. It's 2-1 at the moment, so.
Yeah, no, I mean he should win because he still run the fastest session over the last bit, and of course the other horse got the advantage to be on the rail and always easier to dictate the speed or less trouble, you know. So less trouble to deal with, but no, it's good to have challenge. Definitely Golden 60 can win again. Yeah.